Welcome back to the Mission YouTube channel, where you can see we're not out on location at the moment for Rate My Hockey. Andy, the series 1, it's over.
It's over, and what a journey it's been. You know, we did from episode 1, we didn't really know what to expect. We were going into it blind, never done it before. We were learning as we go.
But I was going to say, can we also say we didn't know what to expect? We didn't know what we was doing.
no, we really didn't. I'm not sure we still do doing that, but yeah, no, especially equipment-wise and things like that, we've learned. We've tried to keep improving that, and we'll certainly be better going forward. But everywhere's been different. It's been an absolute journey, hasn't it? It's been really good fun.
It's been really good, and I mean, we'll start with your experience. It's got better as the series has gone on, but we're going to improve it even further for Series 2. We've had better sound, better lighting.
Yes.
We're going to work much more on the sound, because there's been a few issues this series with the sound.
Yeah.
And we do thank you guys for your comments in the comment section, because we're listening to the feedback all the time.
Yeah.
I think one thing as well we've got to look at in regards to the feedback and the comments that we've received, a few people mentioning about the way in which we do things when we go to location. I think it's also worth noting that we only get about a 30-second clip to show people what we've done.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like a summary. Like if we measure a board, that's not the only measurements we do.
No.
It's just they're the ones we can show, because we can't show 5 minutes of us measuring a dartboard.
No, and we're there for hours, not minutes, when we're filming all this, and the end viewer gets like you say, a short clip, a snippet of what we've actually done. I don't think we get it right every time. We just do the best that we possibly can at the time, and I think each one we've kind of learned how to do things a little bit different, and it's helped when we've had people, videographer there rather than us doing the camera and various other things. So it's been a real eye-opener for me. It's been really interesting, because we've walked through the door of places that we've gone, this can't be a darts venue, and just been blown away.
But first point of discussion for me is Series 2 can't be the same as Series 1.
No.
It can't. It's got to be different.
Yes.
And one thing I've learned from Series 1 is that venues that have multiple boards are almost penalised.
That's a good point.
They've got good facilities, they've got better facilities, more opportunity for me to play darts, but because there's a bit of variety, sometimes we pick the worst board.
Yes.
And if we'd have picked a different board, they'd have scored maybe top, where they actually finished bottom.
Yeah.
And I think what we need to do is change the category slightly.
Yeah, I think a couple of times we've kind of gone, wow, we've really enjoyed it here, it's got everything we want, and then we've looked at the score and gone, that doesn't really compute to where it should be. You're right. And thinking about it, it's a lot easier to get one board and setup correct than it is 20.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't be penalised for having more boards.
So I think we change some of the categories. I think we'll work on some of them, but also I really think, and what's very important is what the viewers want to see as well. And I would like you guys to put your suggestions for a category in the comment section that we can use in Series 2. Because what I would like to do and replace one of the 10 categories with is facilities to play. So is it one board, is it 6? And we score the opportunity. Because the thing is, if me and you walk into a pub, like we say on these shows, if me and you walk into the venue and there's one board and there's someone playing, we're not going to get what we're saying we're going to get.
No, that's right.
And we're saying board surroundings are great, all these things are great, this is where I'd like to play darts. But would I be able to on a bank holiday Monday?
Yeah, and we have been to venues with 20 boards where they've all been on the go. We've been to a couple of places where we actually had to go back at a different time. But we've also been to other venues where there's been loads where we could go, right, which one shall we choose? So that does make a difference. I noticed somebody the other day mentioned about temperature.
Yes.
And we've never spoken about that. You know, have we been in a venue where it's been absolutely freezing? You know, because nobody wants to play when it's that cold. So I think
about accessibility, because let's go back to Milton Keynes.
Okay.
That was in the middle of an industrial estate.
Yeah.
You ain't walking there.
No.
And we've also been to some pubs where they've been on a corner, double yellow lines all the way around, and what the viewer doesn't see is we've had to walk nearly a mile to get to that venue, wheeling the equipment up.
Yeah.
Is there a car park? Is there accessibility? Do I have to drive to a venue? Can I walk? Maybe that should be something we can incorporate into a topic somewhere.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good category, or part of a category, because you're absolutely right. You know, there's always a designated driver in there, so he needs somewhere to park. And if he's got to park in a pay and display half a mile up the road and I've got no change, who's got a phone, who's got my card, and then, where's the venue? That's very different to, like you say, a club where it might have designated free parking, you pull up right outside, and it's also perhaps easy to get to. Like you say about Milton Keynes, loads of parking, but in the middle of nowhere. So I think that's important as well. I think
maybe that's an expansion of board surroundings when we move it into like the building maybe, and into sort of the accessibility and everything that comes with it. Because that could even include in terms of where the dartboard is located in the venue, and we could look at that. So I saw someone in the comment section wanted toilets. I mean, you've been reviewing those personally all the way around in your aging years, haven't you?
Always need a toilet wherever we are, Matt, don't we? And we've not found anywhere that hasn't got one. So facilities as well. Maybe facilities like that is a good category. I think we've learnt a lot from this series. We ended up doing a few more than probably what we initially thought, and we've got, by the way, loads of great recommendations. The length and breadth of the country for us to go to for Series 2, and that's going to take some organising for us to get out there. It's not a 5-minute job, let's just nip in here. We have to have it fully planned. But I think we'll learn a lot from what we've done to make Series 2 better. And we've already had good comments. We're well aware that the photography and the videography and the sound wasn't always right. Yep. We're going to try and put that right, but try and make it even more so people just want to watch it all and can't wait for the next one, because we love making them.
We learned, but not only did we learn, the venues learnt as well. If we go back to Leicester, episode 1, when we went to the Spot On Club, one of the criticisms we had there was to do with the lighting.
Yes.
Since then, they've invested and put full lighting rings on every single dartboard. So from the feedback of this series, they have developed that.
Yeah.
Episode 2 went to the Crowpine Rugby, and yes, again, for the clip that people saw, the measurements wasn't done correctly.
Yeah.
But in regards to what wasn't seen on camera, they was.
Yes.
Now, since then, that pub has adjusted the dartboard and it is now set to the correct measurement.
Yeah,
and these are just a couple of examples of what the feedback we have provided to these venues. Yes, Harsh Andy started off getting a bad rep, but actually there's a lot of love towards the end for Harsh Andy.
I think
Harsh Andy's changed venues now. We've improved the venues.
Yes, we have. And that's kind of my angle on it, is that I'm searching for that perfection. We're never going to find that 100 out of 100 venue. There's always going to be something. But if a venue's looked at lighting and we've given it 6 out of 10 and thought, well, how do we get a 10? Well, let's order 10 lights. It doesn't matter whether they're ours or anybody else's, but let's get 10 proper systems in there so that if we go back, they're going to go, there you go, we listen to what you say. I think that's really important. And not only that, it shows they care. We've mentioned it a lot of times. We've been in venues and gone, this place have really thought about, I can't remember, in fact, the one that was on the industrial estate where they put a block in because the wall was angled. Now that's going the extra yard. That's really caring about the player coming in and enjoying the experience. And I think that matters a lot. And if they're going to go to the trouble of going, actually, Matt and Andy said, we could do with a new board or some new lighting, and gone and put that in, then credit to them. And these sort of venues, get in there and spend your money in there because they care about the data.
Doesn't this also make you think of a new series, a spin-off series, that actually maybe we could find venues that need work and improvement, and as mission, we could go and make them the perfect venue. If a
like a makeover.
Wrong, exactly.
Right.
Hockey makeover.
Hockey makeover.
Imagine we go to a venue and the board's wrong, the lighting's wrong, they've got the same dartboard up since 1962.
Measurements of the hockey's wrong.
No surround.
Piece of tape on the floor.
Exactly. We could go along and give them a full mission makeover and bring that into 2024. If you think you know that venue, guys, you know the email address to get hold of. We'll put it on the screen as well. But not only that, I think we should go even further. Now, we've been teasing this throughout the series, but I think anyone who's watching this review may like to know that we're not just going to venues now.
Yep.
We're going to people's houses.
We are, yeah. We're going to do a Rate My Oche at Home for people that have got, in their garden perhaps, they've got a special building, or maybe they've built their own little bar or pub or that, whatever it is. But yeah, that's going to be really, really interesting, because I know there's a lot of man caves up and down the country and people are very, very proud of them. So yeah, that's going to be a new series as well coming soon.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
that one will be coming out alongside Series 2 as well.
I think there's lots people can do with that. I had a room when I was playing professional darts at home to practice in, and I kind of thought I'd made it really, really good until I saw somebody else's, and I was like, wow, that's just blown me away. They've got draft beer on here, and they've got Sky Sports on in the corner, and it was like a proper pub, but a miniature version. So that could be a really good series.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty out there. You see them pop up on Facebook all the time in various groups. So if you are that person, again, email address on screen, let us know, and we could be coming to you. And as always, we'll leave you some mission goodies.
We certainly will, yeah. So drop that in either in the comments or YouTube at missiondarts.com, and we'll have a look at that.
We read every single one of your comments. Positive or negative. Negative, we never see it as negative, we see it as constructive feedback, and we're going to make this better, and we're going to make this the best series we possibly can. Let us know in the comments section what you'd like to see, the categories, get in touch with us on where you'd like us to go, and we'll be back with Series 2 in the summer of 2024.
See you then.